This video explains some odds and ends that you will need to know about before you take the PARCC exams in the subject of mathematics this spring. The first thing that I will be discussing is the calculator that you will have access to when you take the exam, which is a TI-84 graphing calculator. If you are taking either Geometry or Algebra 2, and you have a problem or test question that might require you to use trigonometry, which is sine, cosine, or tangent, make sure that the calculator that you are using is in the correct mode, either radian mode or degree mode. In order to check to see which mode it's in and or to change it, go to Mode, and then notice this one's in radian mode. If I need radian mode, that's fine. If I need to change it to degree mode, just hit the over arrow and then enter. And then once it's set to the mode that you wish, just hit second and quit to get out of it, and then you can solve the problem. The next thing that I will be discussing is the equation editor that you will be using to answer short answer questions and open-ended questions. There is a basic equation editor, which is used for the short answer questions. It's a math text frame that allows you to show your work using math symbols. It's pretty simple, just show your work. Okay? So you can enter whatever equation you wish to put in there. I just wrote in a random one in there. And then I could do 9x plus 3 equals 31. And that could be my equation. Also notice you can hit the down arrow for additional pieces of information if required. There's also an open response equation editor, and it is a math text frame that allows you to show and explain your work using math symbols when required. And as you notice, you can use both words and math symbols to answer the question. Both frames do not allow you to delete text or work simply by highlighting and deleting. So if I wanted to change this number to say 7, I can't do it. It puts it at the end. So instead of doing that, instead of highlighting, you have to put your cursor where you want to change it, and then hit the backspace button, and then change your number from there. You also cannot add extra unit symbols to your answer after you type in a numerical answer. So let's say this is a different problem, and the value of x is 1049. And this problem, the answer was in dollars and cents. So if I try to put my cursor at the beginning and then press the dollar sign, it doesn't work. So in order to put that extra symbol in there, I have to delete all my numbers, put in the dollar sign first, and then the number afterwards. Some keyboard shortcuts will work, but not always. Instead of relying on them, you can use different options that are available to the side. So you have math symbols, which is basically all the operations. You can set up fractions, mixed numbers, exponents, roots, the exponential function, logs, and so on. The relations are the equal sign, not equal to, congruent, not congruent. Geometry, they have a special area for you. You have grouping symbols, and this would basically put in parentheses. So if I wanted to do a set of parentheses to do a point, I could do that. Okay. If you want to get out of the point, you need to hit the right arrow to get out. Also notice if I was to do parentheses again, and I was to try to enter the same thing and do 4 comma space 9, the 9 goes outside. So make sure if you're writing a point that you don't hit the space bar to get to the next number and you put it inside. Another set of grouping symbols that you might need to use is absolute value. You could try to use the keyboard shortcut Shift \, but it doesn't always work. So in order to make sure that you have the right notation for your problem, I would just stick with the absolute value button, which is the 4th one over of the first row, and just click on it, and now you have the absolute value, and you can do the absolute value of x plus, and then I'm going to do absolute value again of y, and then equals 9. Other keyboard shortcuts will work. For example, in order to use exponents, you can use the power button. Like let's say I had 7 to the 2nd power. Okay, so I typed in the 7, and then to get this exponent I held down the shift button and then the number 6 for the caret top, and then hit the 2. And now if I actually finish the equation and I put 49, notice it still appears in the exponent. To get it out of the exponent and back to the main line, you need to press the right arrow button. Right now I'm in the exponent. If I press the right arrow, I'm now on the main line, and then put equals 49. Another way that you can type in exponents is you can actually use the symbol that they provide in math symbols, y to the x. So if I was doing 9 and then I wanted it to a power, let's do the third. And then again, remember, press the right arrow button to move over out of the exponent, and then equals x. So you can use those as well. But again, make sure you press the arrow button once you're done filling in the exponents or filling in the relation up here that you had, whether it was your point or in your absolute value, to get out of it. A suggestion to help you get more familiar with what the equation editor can do is to practice on your own. Pearson has a link that you can use on their website, and it can be found by going to their PARCC homepage, which is parcc.pearson.com, and then go to test preparation, sample items, and then if you scroll down to high school and press practice with equation editor, it will actually take you directly to how the equation editor works. It'll take you to a mainframe, and then you can go through, hit start test now, and practice with both of them. Another option would be to actually take the practice tests that are also available online, and to get there you would go to PARCC's website again, and then go to test preparation, go to practice tests, and then you're going to click the button for math, although you can do your English and language arts and literacy here as well. And then if you scroll down to the appropriate course level that you're in, I'll go with geometry, they have different versions. They have the performance-based assessment, which is the first round of tests. They have it both computer and they have it in paper, and the end of year practice test, both again in computer or in paper. You can also look up the answers after you're done, and to get there you would go to the practice test page like I showed you before, and then go to view answer keys, and then they are all listed in chronological order by subject. So it goes over the performance-based assessments first, and again pick your course or grade level, and then end of year tests also again given there. And these are some odds and ends that you should know about prior to taking the PARCC assessments within the next few months. Please follow the remaining videos, which cover approximately 2 to 3 additional odds and ends for the specific subjects in mathematics. I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope that you have a great day.